Unfortunately, in the past week, my Leatherman case here, I've been carrying around since probably about 2003, 2004 time frame. So about 15 years I've had this, and it's held up pretty good so far. In the last month or so, I saw that the stitching was coming out and of the belt loop right here, and it was holding on just barely by the one corner over here, and finally it all just gave way. Now, instead of sewing that back on and continuing with this, because this, this Velcro really doesn't work anymore, and I'm not going to replace that, and so this Leatherman case is just trash now. So what I want to do is make a metal carry case for this, kind of like the one that Adam Savage made on Tested.com's YouTube page. And with that, I've got this diamond plate aluminum that, this was a thin, my air conditioning unit had been breaking fins for a long time. They weren't properly balanced. I've tried taking the entire fin off the fan and tried to replace that whole thing, but it's rusted on there. No matter what I've been tried to do, I can't get it off. So I found a simpler solution was to replace the fins. Now, the reason why I use this is because this is the thickest aluminum I can get for that. And it worked for 6 or 8 months, for a while anyways. And, well, this one destroyed itself catastrophically. It started to break down on one side, cracked that, and then after that cracked, it went off balance and it just tore the rest of the way off. So this whole section right here of this blade has been tore off from this. And, this diamond plate aluminum is pretty expensive, so I figured I kept it just in case if I ever wanted to make something out of it. And I thought it might be a good idea to use this for this project. Now, I'm not sure exactly which piece I'm going to use, and try to use as little as possible. That way I can use the rest of it for something else some other time. Now, Adam Savage used a much larger type of Leatherman. This is the Leatherman Super Tool 200. I'm not sure if you can still get this anymore, but it has held up for the last 15 years. I carried it every day. Well, most every day. If I had to go somewhere that shouldn't bring it, then I'd make sure I wasn't carrying it. This one's considerably smaller than his, and it doesn't taper, and the needle nose doesn't come out of the center. You actually have to unfold it. And then his has the knife on the outside. That way you can just flip it open with with a thumb. If these things weren't so expensive, I might invest in something bigger like that. But I mean, why? This thing has held up this long. I'm going to try to make this. I'm thinking probably this little section right here. Now, I recently got a plasma cutter, and I've only played around with it once, so I haven't really got to use it all that often on anything. So I'm going to cut this with the plasma cutter, and clean it up probably with some files, and shape it with the hammers and such. And that, I'm sizing this up on this side. I'm not going to put this on the inside. It's actually going to be this is going to be the inside right here. That way, whenever it's on my belt, you can see the diamond plate on it. So now, considering how small this is, with this, these diamonds are actually quite large, so the effect might not come off all that well, considering that you're only going to see it pretty much on the sides over here, maybe just a little bit wrapped over the front. So if this doesn't work, I've got some other aluminum that I can try out, but let's try it with this scrap first. Here is my diamond plated aluminum case for my Leatherman Super Tool 200. Now, it definitely needs to be polished. I've been beating on it for quite a while and scratches all over it, but you know what? This is better than what I had. I like the design. I like the feel of it. Nice lightweight. I'll barely even know it's there. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm finished with this project, but I am still far from finished, and I hope you are too.